This guy here.
Oh,
he got all my love.
Oh,
yeah, what I'm saying.
Look at that.
Yeah,
look at Walt getting soft on us.
I'm telling you from another side. I don't do no hugging no more. Okay, anyway, let me get this straight.
Hey, welcome to Working Class Rich. This is Starsky Inspires. Hey, today's topic, man, we're talking about Mr. Tendernism himself, man. This guy has really gone viral, man. Just really struck a chord with a number of people, especially the black race, man. And we're doing a reaction because people are speaking out because of a number of things. And I truly believe that even Mr. Tendernism didn't understand how his mannerisms and his passion and his kindness will really strike a chord, man, to something that runs very deep, especially in the black race, man. So in today's reaction, we're going to look at, man, how it all started, man, you know, and the controversy that brought us to this point right here, and even on to why this touches the black race so significantly, you know. And we're going to hear many people from their perspective, man. So, hey, listen, just hang out with me for a minute. This is very interesting, man. Great topic to do a reaction on. But, hey, join me. Let's go.
The reason why this whole Destination Smokehouse Tendernism situation doesn't surprise me is because it's the same thing that happened with Paula Deen and Dora Charles. So Dora Charles worked with Paula Deen for like 22 years, alongside her, not under her, alongside her as a chef in the kitchen. And Paula Deen promised this woman, if I get rich, I'm taking you with me. If I get to the top, we both get to the top. But in exchange, Paula Deen wanted this woman's recipes, and she gave it to her. Gave Paula Deen all of her recipes, taught her how to cook and everything. Paula Deen ended up writing cookbooks using this woman's recipes. She ended up getting Food Network deals with this woman's recipe. And guess how much this woman made while she was working in Paula Deen's kitchen? $10 an hour. $10 an hour. And then she didn't even sue Paula Deen. Paula Deen got sued, but it wasn't by her. It was by somebody else who sued Paula Deen for hostile work environment and racism, because she heard Paula Deen over talking, saying that she wanted black chefs and black waitresses to cater like a wedding or a party she was having for one of her kids or whatever, and she wanted them to dress like slaves. But it just goes to show that people from that decade, people from that time, they lived differently. They don't question like superiority, especially when it comes to somebody who was white. And Tendernism, aka, he's not the person to question it. Like, I bet you right now he doesn't see anything wrong with the situation. He doesn't see anything wrong with it. He doesn't see that there is a power imbalance. He doesn't understand that, because to him it's not clicking. We see it because we grew up in a different time. We've educated ourselves and we're more self-aware. But people like him and people like Dora Charles, who never sued Paula Deen, who still to this day will say and kind of admit that Paula really didn't do nothing to her. The only reason why she spoke about it is because it came out. They don't see any wrong in what happened. They don't see they were treated wrong. They don't see it, and they probably never would.
Nah, this whole tenderness situation is crazy because Keith Lee pulled up just to try the food, quiet, low-key, no announcement. And if you've seen the food online, meat falling off the bone, pause, you'd want it too, like, be for real. So he went in, ate the food, gave a normal, honest review, said the oxtails were good, said he had to accept it, and that really should have been the end of it. But the owner didn't like that Keith Lee came and left without saying who he was, even though that's literally how Keith Lee always moves, and anybody who actually follows him already knows that. Then on top of that, Keith Lee tried to do something nice and leave Unc a $4,000 tip, like a life-changing tip, and security said no, saying Unc was busy, which is insane to even say out loud, especially since Unc doesn't even own the restaurant, but that place got popular because of him, and his presence is the reason people even line up. And instead of appreciating the moment or just letting it be, the owner went online making reaction videos, acting bothered and defensive, when in reality, Keith Lee came to support, eat good food, and help somebody out. And blocking something like that is crazy, because not everybody gets opportunities like that twice.
I tried telling y'all about Tendernism. But let me see. Do that look like I planned? Oh my! Shake it like a sucker. She's been telling y'all. She is it all right, cause you got to have tendernism. You think that ain't tender, man? I just want. I didn't even understand that. That's what we call tendernism.
Y'all, what people are reacting to isn't just one bad moment. It's the pattern that's starting to show. Because once you strip everything down, this restaurant didn't go viral because of branding, strategy, or ownership. It went viral because of Unc, his presence, his vibe. His face attached to those videos of tender meat falling off the bone, that's what pulled people in. And that's why it hits different when you realize the word tenderness is trademarked not by Unc, but by the owner. It makes it very clear who controls the profits versus who generates the attention. People didn't line up to meet the owner. They didn't come for corporate explanations or business plans. They came to see Unc. Keith Lee came to see Unc. And when a $4,000 tip gets blocked because Unc is supposedly too busy, that raises questions. Real ones. Then the owner speaks. And instead of calming the situation, it adds fuel to the fire. Saying he would have asked Unc to stop what he was doing if he knew Keith Lee was there doesn't land the way he thinks it does. It reinforces the idea that Unc's time and presence are being managed for someone else's benefit. Now suddenly the owner is front and center in the videos, almost like trying to reclaim the spotlight. But the internet already clocked where the magic was coming from.
What's going on? I just saw a creator go in there to try some food. I think he spent $150 some on this food. Almost $150 some on this food to get the legendary oxtails, the big ass rib, macaroni and cheese, all this stuff he got. But what struck me the most, at the end he said the food was trash too. He said the food was trash, it was garbage. He said that. But what got me the most was, upon walking in here, into this, Destination Smokehouse, I noticed something. He could sit anywhere he wanted to. Yeah, it was empty. You hear me? It was empty. That man could have sat anywhere he wanted to. Wasn't no line, no wait. They weren't running out of nothing. That place was empty. You hear me? Destination Smokehouse is already experiencing the effects of the absence of the great Unc, Mr. Tendernism himself. And
how you just gonna try to tip just Walt? He's not some helpless old man. Like, he doesn't need your help, Keith Lee. I'm just saying, what about all the other people that work here? They don't deserve anything? What about me? Huh? What about me? This guy right here, me, this guy. Me, look at me! So he's not an employee, but he damn sure not the owner. And
that's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Oh. I'm talking.
Okay.
He, like I was saying, we're all a family here. Look at the vibrance of this color. It's so juicy. It belongs in a museum, for real. Look at it. So what y'all don't understand is that when Walt first came to us, he was retired and he was just looking for like a hobby, something to do. He was just playing. He never expected it to get this serious. So when he started to grow on social media, I was like, remember how you just said it was just playing, so all of the recognition and stuff should go to me? Mind you, before I met him, he had nothing, zero, zilch. Granted, we were a coffee shop before he came up with the idea for us to barbecue. And actually, when I think about it, y'all the bad ones. Because how insulting is it for y'all to even insinuate that I'm using Walt, that he could be you? Hold on. Hey, you still got 2 more Tendernism videos to make it. Get back in the back. That I'm using him. I would never do that. Look at this. Look at this. This falls right off the bone. So tender.
Tenderism. I said tenderism. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. I said just a little bit, just a little bit.
Got tendernism in the flesh, man. Catching his flight right now.
Hey, look out. I'm trying to fly out here. I wish they passed some of that orange juice. Give me one of them juice.
Get one of that orange juice, man. That's tendernism. He gets special privileges when he in Cali.
I'm just hungry. I'm hungry. And yesterday, too. That might be my order right here. Yep, it looks like mine.
Uh-huh. It's that tendernism.
Yeah, I want to do that sugar.
You got to say it, the tendernism for me one time, though, OG.
It's Tendernism, destination number 1 in the nation.
Yes,
in the
sir.
southern part of Marietta, California. No, booyah.
Booyah.
After finding out more information about the topic of Mr. Tendernism and the white man, Mr. Tendernism sold himself to the white man. Yeah, so apparently the shop started off as a coffee shop, right? Then next thing you know, Mr. Tendernism met this man, this, that, and third. He said, "You really gotta try my gumbo." Tried it, it was, oh my goodness, this was amazing. So then afterwards, they started selling the gumbo out the coffee shop, right? So then they came up with the idea to just turn it into just Destination Kitchen, right? And then Mr. Tendernism continued to work underneath him, this, that, and the third. As sweet as that might sound, this man sold himself to the white man. Like he practically put himself in that position. I can't say too much because I don't know if he was in a position where that was his last lifeline or if he was struggling for money, you know? But technically, we would never know who Mr. Tendernism was if it wasn't for that white man. I'm just saying, don't argue with me, argue with your mama, man.
Come on, guys, we're sorry. If we knew someone famous was in the store, we would have treated him like a king. We thought he was a regular customer, so we treated him like a bag of dog shit. I mean, what do you want us to do? Is that seriously your apology?
Destination Smokehouse is exactly why I make videos. Tenderism is exactly why I make videos about white people in America. And y'all get mad, y'all fight with me in my comments, but let me explain to you what happened. There's a black man who was so passionate about his product that we thought he owned the place. That's how he showed up to work for somebody else. And culturally, to be black in America is to have an uncle exactly like that. So he gained respect and notoriety. People took flights to go try this man's food. To be black in America and have a black-owned business, you will be supported because the black dollar is so powerful. But guess what, though? Behind the scenes is a white man using him like he's somebody's fucking Bojangles. And I'm pissed about it. I had to calm down before I wrote this because I'm passionate about it. This man's intellectual property was used. To be black in America is to be exploited for something that comes from inside of you. When everybody tries to say we don't have culture, our intellectual property is our culture. Our dance is our culture. Our style of dress is our culture. Y'all take it every day, time and time again, and the story is as old as fucking time. Tenderism is being used not only for barbecue, but for everything. Widespread across America. Not only kept in our culture, and it's not appreciated, it's appropriated. You allowed him to be the face of your brand, make your brand money, and we don't even know where that money is going. All those black people that traveled there to try that food, to put money into that business, was because of that black man, and we don't even know if his life has changed in any capacity or if you are sucking every dollar he can make you out of him. Does he own it? It needs to be known. We had Keith Lee about to give him $4,000 and you sat up next to the black man who led the charge in making your business money to talk about another black man. And that man was the most silent he has been ever on any video. Quiet, no jumps, no throwing hats, no smacking his feet, no smacking his knee, no nothing. Quiet. And something about black people that y'all don't know is we do experience telekinesis, and we could look at our uncle and know sums up. A Caucasian is afoot. The moment y'all decide to stop exploiting us, and I'm so glad what was in the dark came to the light and you were exposed, because I'm sure your bottom line will be done after this. All that money you made, you're going to have to pay it back. See, ancestors don't play about us. You fucked up, as y'all typically do. And when I make these videos about white people, y'all have a problem. Example A. Stop exploiting black people for their God-given intellectual property and sense of culture tied to their creativity. Now,
Mr. Tendernism, Walter, not owner. He's nowhere on the paperwork. I know that for a fact. Nope, he was a brand ambassador that blew up, and we wanted him to be the owner. Mr. Tendernism was not an owner. He did not have any type of ownership in the business. And the reason I know this is because he did an interview and he said that he had nothing to do with it.
The recipes, Nick's. Dig what I'm saying? My job here, I just support him because he's my partner and we get out like a fat rat. But when people come in here, they think it's like, oh, Walter is no, Nick. Nick is the one who produced all the food here at Destination. And did I think it was gonna go viral? Is he getting down right now? I think he's doing a goddamn magnificent job, excuse my French.
He was saying it was all him. And it made sense because there are a lot of brand ambassadors out there that are there to promote a product. And what happened in this situation was that Mr. Tendernism became so popular that he became bigger than the brand. And the owner was like, nah, we gotta cut that. I'm the one that's doing all this stuff and he's getting all the attention. That's the mindset that the owner had. He didn't have to give Walter anything at all. So that's what it's all about. Unfortunately, what was kind of unsettling watching, Mr. Tendernism get on that plane.
So leg one is down, brother has to go back. He's got some special stuff to attend to. How you feel, man?
Pretty good. I'm leaving Dallas out of this gate right here. I can't tell you where I'm leaving out of, but anyway, I'll see y'all again. I'll see you when you get back.
You can't say you love me on camera.
I love you, boy.
That kind of was unsettling. I was like, all right, you've done what you need to do, go back home. But again, we don't know what's going on with that. So I just wanted to just jump on here, let everybody know, Mr. Tendernism.
He worked in the food industry for years as a cook, a food manager, a head chef, the food director. You know for a fact Mr. Tendernism was not even on payroll at that place. To be honest, that man was getting paid underneath the table, and that's the reason why he was able to smoothly let his ass go like that, if we want to be realistic. Now, who knows where that white man found him from, but I'm telling you right now, he found him from somebody's neighborhood on the block and gave some man who is struggling a job and a little bit of money. The loud thing with food businesses, even the local food business that is right around the corner from your house, is using some type of fiend or crackhead. Dead ass. Some older person who has fucked up their life, who ain't got no source of income. They're using them motherfuckers, making them do double the amount of work for low pay. They're not even paying them the cook pay. They paying them half of the cook pay. Half, not even a full half say. That is a lot of food businesses. I've worked in a great amount of establishments to see this so many times. I'm trying to tell you right now, I smelt what that situation was. I'm not surprised that he did not let that man get that $4,000 tip, because this man not even on payroll to even be doing none of that. I won't be surprised if Mr. Tendernism wasn't even cooking for real. I won't be surprised if he wasn't even cooking. I won't be surprised if he just used that man as the face. To be fucking honest, I'm telling you right now. There's not a food establishment that ain't using the old fiend around a corner to take out the trash for some free food, or using the old lady around a corner. They ain't got her papers and telling her, well, shit, I'll pay you underneath the table. You know what I'm saying? Get your cash every week if you do XYZ in this kitchen. That happens. That happens, guys. And the loud thing is that happens with y'all grandparents. All my grandparents is dead, so it ain't happening with mine.
They fired Mr. Tendernism. They fired Mr. Tendernism. Ain't that something? Didn't want that man to have his $5,000 tip, fired that man. But guess what? You couldn't be a silent partner in the background, let that man have his shine. Guess what? You lose everything now. Tried to clean it up, but it was a weak and feeble attempt to try to clean it up. You lose everything now. Yeah, he's gone. He had the charisma. He had the personality. It was him. He was nuanced. You won't find another him. That man had everybody taking off them glasses, slamming them glasses on the table because the ribs was literally falling off the bone. Now what? That's wild to me. It's wild. But you know what? Some people are like that. Some people don't want you to shine. Some people can't sit in the background. They don't want you to get more attention than them. you know? But it was good because Mr. Tendernism is gonna be okay. Every time I see something like this where someone is mistreated and social media gets a hold of it, social media always has a way of making it right. So I'm not worried about Mr. Tendernism. He's gonna get what's coming to him, and he's probably gonna end up in a better position than he was before. But that business owner, toast. Toast.
Man, look here, we gotta do something, man. Let's do some barbecue. Yeah, idea, man. We're gonna try. I said, let's go to Home Depot and get one of them little grills. We don't need the kitchen. We just need the little grill. And that's how it began.
We did 10 slabs of ribs. He cooked them his way, direct heat. He did, I don't know how many pounds, but a lot of half chickens, and we sold out of both in about like a 4-hour window. And to us, that was a lot. We were really like happy.
And so there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the proof in Nick's own words that Unc, a.k.a. Walt, a.k.a. Walter Johnson, a.k.a. Mr. Tendernism, was the one who started the barbecuing out of Destination Coffee Shop. And it seems that it was an instant success. 4 hours sold out of ribs and chicken in 4 hours. That's called an instant success. He saved that business with his ideas. And now he put them on the map with the viral Tendernism and his image and likeness and how he is so enthusiastic about the restaurant. I mean, some people call it tap dancing. I really don't, because he got everybody wanting to come out there and see it. I was getting ready to get my plane ticket to come out there. But here's the thing that is really bothersome. We have had someone pull the paperwork for the trademark application for the Tendernism, and that is under Diamond Smokehouse. And Diamond Smokehouse is under the name of Nick Yepremian and either his wife or his mother from the Yepremian family, from that family. Walt's name is nowhere on any of the Tendernism trademark paperwork. So how are they supposed to be owners together and partners together when Unc's name is nowhere in any of the paperwork that's there for the trademark filing? Now, here's another update. There's an attorney named Ken Harris out of North Carolina who put in a trademark application first for Tendernism. And it's my understanding that Ken has been trying to give the trademark to Unc because he really did it with good intentions. He wanted to protect Unc. He knew that the vultures were going to come out. And so he applied for the trademark as an attorney himself, said he's been trying to get in touch with Unc, and he hasn't been successful. Sounds very similar to the Keith Lee situation where Keith Lee brought $4,000 and could not get a hold of Unc, and Unc was in the same building. So there is just something rotten in the state of Denmark here.
Hey, where's my old man? He's still working back there?
I'm sorry, he got let go this morning.
Oh. Well, I guess there's no need for me to order here no more.
Wait, what? They fired him? He's the reason we come here. Nah, that's messed up.
What we are witnessing is an old black man being used as a mascot for another man, white man's restaurant. Had it not been for food reviewer Keith Lee, most of us wouldn't have known it. He's in Hawaii right now, but he went to Destination Smokehouse to meet Unc, Mr. Tendernism himself, a guy who loses his mind every time the ribs fall off the bone. So Keith went there to review the food and gave an honest review, talked about how good the food was, but that it wasn't near as tender as what it is in the videos. Even was going to give him thousands of dollars in tips. They refused to let him give Unc the money. Here's the truth behind the whole thing. Mr. Tendernism doesn't own the restaurant. He is simply an employee. This man in this video is the owner, and this was his response to Keith Lee's review.
If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done. But ever since I reached out to him, I've gotten zero response. I thought I was very respectful. From what I've watched from the review, it just didn't seem like he really captured what it's like when you come to this place. It's just disappointing that as popular as people can be on social media, people don't know everybody.
Yeah, Mr. Tendernism, Unc Tendernism, whatever you call him, he is not the owner. He is simply an employee. And because he's blown up and become so famous online, this restaurant owner is now using this man as his mascot.
If I were the law firm for the restaurant that stepped into Unc's Tenderism limelight, here's the advice I would give you. Number one, I'd take whatever copyright or trademark I did for the word tenderism, and I'd publicly give it to Unc and for real give it to him. Secondly, that $5,000 that he missed out on, I'd come out of my pocket and give it to Unc. Third, I would come straight up and say, this is my apology for getting out of line. Some people need to realize that they background singers and not lead singers, and then enjoy being within the realm of somebody who is anointed a lot more than you are. But you know, I've only been in media for 40-something years, so maybe I don't know nothing.
To offer a tip to a business owner was crazy. That was the other thing too, is like he really thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help. How are you going to tip a business owner? Tip the whole staff.
Did he really just tell Keith Lee that he should have tipped his whole staff?
So let's talk about tendernism and white racism. Everybody's familiar with Unc, you know, the brother that's been hyping tendernism, and I don't even need to say more. You all know about the current controversy involving Unc and the Smokehouse restaurant, etc. So I'm not going to go into all the details about that, but I will just bring home this basic point. These white racists love to exploit black people. They love to exploit the black image. They love to promote these stereotypical images of black people for their own financial gain. You know, whether we're talking about Uncle Ben's rice, we're talking about, you know, Aunt Jemima, you know, whether we're talking about like those Popeyes commercials where they got a black woman out front knowing that black people don't own Popeyes, knowing that that black woman doesn't own Popeyes, but that's the image that they want to put out front. They love exploiting our culture and our recipes for their financial benefit. And we have a prime example of that here in Maryland. We have this restaurant called Miss Shirley's, and this commentator on social media made some great comments about that restaurant. Here you have a restaurant called Miss Shirley's. It's not a black-owned restaurant, but the owner of the restaurant is pimping her name, pimping her recipes to get rich while she's not benefiting financially from that. She's just the mascot for the company that's enriching him. So this is nothing new. This is exploitation, man. And it sickens me and saddens me to see black people playing the modern day role of Uncle Ben or Uncle Tom or Aunt Jemima or that lady from Gone with the Wind. It's sad, man. We need our own, man. It's just a shame that these people are able to prey on our image, prey on our culture. You know, and you have other examples of that too, like the culture vulturism around hip hop culture, where you got all these white people being quote unquote experts about hip hop when black people are the ones that invented it. Sickening.
How you doing?
I know that's right.
Okay. You saw it like I saw it, right? It looks like he's still there. And this video was from a TikToker that I think that was just like a day ago. Wow. And shout out to her, said she got some footage because we were all up here really thinking that man was fired. But that still doesn't really, you know, the trademark situation is still, that if anything, that makes it a little bit more complicated. So if anybody knows any updates about that, I'm hearing things that the attorney tried to reach out and Unc told him no, so he's just keeping it. So I don't know how true that is, but I do know the attorney piece is true because I tracked this and I've looked at a conversation because another attorney was talking about this a few weeks ago, and he said that he found that attorney's information, and then that attorney came on his post and said, hey, yeah, I've been trying to reach out to Unc, you know, because I knew that this was probably going to happen. So he's there going up and down the the line and greeting people, and people are saying that that lady said she had to stand in line for an hour because they're making people stand in line for an hour. But if you look closely, those chairs, the tables look mighty empty to be standing in line for an hour. Whereas when you saw footage before, people were standing in line, but also the tables were quite full. So I think it's one of them illusion type of tricks. Also, she said that, if you go and listen to her review, she wasn't very pleased with the food. And she says she wants to get back down south to have some good barbecue. But anyway, so at least we know that he is there. So that, if anything, that makes the trademark situation a little bit more sticky, because that trademark seems to cover a lot, the one that Kenneth has. But you can check my other video for more information about that, and then you can also see the screenshots that I got from the website. So there you go.
No, he don't own the barbecue restaurant that he get on TikTok and do the videos for. What difference do it make? Why do you need him to own the restaurant? So that you can get online and bash the restaurant, give it terrible reviews, tell people not to go there, and ruin another black-owned restaurant? All right? Is that why you need him to own it? That man come, do what he good at, and go home. And that's what a lot of people like to do. They don't want the headache of having to actually deal with the business aspect of owning a business. All right? If that man good at cooking the food, he back there cooking the food. Unless you found out that they ripping him off on how much he getting paid or they treating him poorly, you really don't need to be concerned about the conditions in which he's accepted. If he didn't get on TikTok complaining to y'all and telling y'all that the owner do him terrible, they underpaying him, he ain't got on here and complained about nothing. But yet you complaining for him. Let's just take one of the well-known black-owned barbecue restaurants here on TikTok, which is Les, with them oxtails. What do y'all do with him constantly? Get online and talk about how much his oxtails is. It's overpriced. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. Lying and saying it ain't real oxtails. You ain't did nothing but try to bash and ruin that man's restaurant. But somehow, when it come to this man, you upset because he ain't the owner of the barbecue restaurant that he advertising. Like I said, I guess it's because you don't get the opportunity to ruin his business like you be trying to do everybody else who black.